Why, hello everyone. Good to see you. Paul Tranny here. I see the moon's here. Andreas, Katarina. Good to have you guys here on this beautiful Friday. Is that what it is? All right. Sorry about the little bit of flashing there, but let's get this party started. This is the last day, so I'm going to get all choked up for our design trends, as you can see right over here, where we've tackled all sorts of fun challenges, 8 in particular, and excuse me, we're working on our 9th now, so this is going to be fantastic. So thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my desktop, and yeah, let's do this. We're getting deep, folks. We're getting deep. We're talking about socially conscious design. So it's the whole idea of like taking complex ideas like we do as designers and boiling them down to the sort of the essence of the idea. So let's switch over. See right in here, this is day 9, socially conscious design. Visualize a complex idea, basically using symbols, simple design techniques, text, that sort of thing. So this will be fun, right? What's up, Marcelo from Chicago? Good to have you here. I'm down just, I guess, southwest of you in Denver, where it's freezing. I don't even know how cold it is. But you can go ahead and download this file. All it has is just some cool quotes in here that we can go ahead and take advantage of. And that's the idea. Happy Friday, Paul Bredehoft. Good to have you here, man. By the way, here's all the designs that we've been working on over the course of the past 2 weeks. We had some fun yesterday, so we're going quite a diversion from our fun, cute characters into sort of making these complex ideas simple. So here's a number of them, by the way, that you could choose from. Pick whichever one you want. We could jump in here. All you need is less, right? Plastic less, be part of the solution, not part of the pollution. Oh, how deep. Be the reason someone believes in the goodness of people, create equality, all sorts of awesome fun phrases. Black Lives Matter, of course. Create equality. One of the greatest gifts you can give is your time. One of the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. So we're taking these complex ideas and sort of boiling them down to something really simple. So we could do something with, say, plastic less, or even this one, be the reason someone believes in the goodness of people. I'm going to start with this text, and then we'll get into icons and stuff like it. Do more with less. Do you like that? I like this. All you need is less. This is really fun. So, like, what comes to mind when you think of these? Like, how would you sort of, like, exemplify this idea? Yeah, so I like these. I like these 3. These are my 3 favorites. I'm going to try to knock these out in 20 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Josephine from Denmark. Awesome. Awesome. Do more with less. I like that. So again, something that speaks to you that you kind of want to emphasize. I think all you need is less, right? I want more or less. That's the thing. All right, but I'm going to take this because this one will be pretty easy, and then we'll work on a couple of other ones. Taking text, right? I want to quickly change this text and do this as fast as possible. This is just a variable concept font, right? Let me just kind of resize this. And we can come over here and just increase the size. We're going to make this really pretty large and add some interesting breaks in here. And what I'm going to do for this text is, in my properties panel, I can access all of the various options for that text. So this is basically the character panel. So we don't need the character panel anymore because it's accessible from here. I can click, make that all caps. This is what I was thinking. Let me just do it. All right. You may or may not like this, and that's okay. I just hope what's in my mind's eye is going to work out okay. Let's just take this. We're just going to make this that. There we go. Let's do this really fast. This is what I want to do. I want to make one of those big posters as a big bold statement, right? So we're going to have this text big and bold. This is a concept font. So this is one I use a lot because we have all of these capabilities right in here. So we could totally crank up the weight, right? Crank up the weight. Let's tighten up the spacing or tracking between the letters. Maybe go a sort of -50, and we're going to make one of these big bold posters, right? And we'll make this text a little bit tighter as well. Currently, it does an auto leading, right? You guys probably know why it's called leading, but hey, we're here to learn. It's the lead bars that they would put between the lines. It was actually lead bars. So they called it leading. The reason it's called uppercase and lowercase is all the capital letters were in a case that was above everything else. So you grabbed from the uppercase the capital letter, lowercase letters. Just a little bit of typography for you. I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip it, shabam, and do something like this. Kind of thick. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the main point, boil this down to the essence of this text, by just doing this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and outline this text. Outline it. Bam! It's outlined. Okay? Now what I want to do is I want to grab some of these letters in here. All right? And once I have it outlined, and there's a couple different ways we can do it, but I'm just going to ungroup those, and now we have these individual letters. I'm going to say select all three of these, and we're going to fill them with black. I'm going to do this really fast, and again, this is just one concept, kind of showing you like it doesn't have to be complex and full of all this design trickery because you're trying to show off what you know in Illustrator. We're just trying to get a message across. And that's what I'm doing here. So this is kind of the idea for this poster. Okay? Be the reason someone believes in the goodness of people. So believe in good, right? I thought that was kind of nice. Pretty easy to do. Fantastic. All right. So yeah, that's about it. I'm not gonna make this like overly complex. What's nice, I can always go in here and like increase the thickness of this so it stands out a little bit more. But that's all I'm going to do. Okay, we're done with that. Monica, let's move on. Let's actually take this, by the way. We'll cut it. We will put it just on its own little layer, and we'll call this design 1. And let's get into the next design. Again, let's just be really straightforward. Let's do plastic less. We'll do a plastic bottle. Okay, I got so many ideas, guys. I gotta calm down. This is what I was thinking for these. Calm down, Paul. I only had I did have a cappuccino today, so maybe that's why I'm all raring to go. I'm just excited about this stuff, and I hope you are too. Capitalizing all of this, cranking up the size as well, right? I like do more with less. Let's see if this is going to work. We're going to try this idea. Because this is a variable concept font, let's take this text here. Let's make this really thick. Take the next letter, right? We know we have this cranked up all the way up to 900. I would take this down to maybe 700. And let's actually work on the tracking too, as well. That one's good. And for this last one, we're going to make this really nice and thin. So we'll just make that. Doesn't quite work, but that's what I was going for, is just have this word look thinner and thinner as it goes along. It needs more work, right? I get it. Apologies for this one. Didn't quite come out the way I'd liked, but does it get the point across? I don't know. Breathe. I gotta calm down. Thank you, Katerina. Muriel, thanks so much for joining me on Facebook. All right, Shili and Nazik, welcome. Do more with less. Done. Right? And what? Using all this white space is an element. We would make this like nice and small and clean, right? So that is the goal. So there's design number 2. Done. Let's get into more things, and we're going to go beyond text, and we'll just kind of draw some things. Let's do plastic less. right? So let's take this text, right? And let's turn this into just like a symbol. So what do you think of when you think of plastic? We think of a plastic bottle. So we're gonna make a plastic bottle really fast, okay? We could Google it. We could use libraries, because we could not only search our libraries, we could search Adobe Stock. So I'll do plastic. There's a plastic bottle. I actually already have a plastic bottle. Let's bring this in here really fast. There it is. But you have the ability to search also Creative Cloud, right? So that's what I could do in here is search. So let's do tree, and then yeah, we have we keep updating this. That's the thing. All right, let's just jump in here. We'll do a search, do this drop down. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. I thought this was very interesting. If you're on the root folder, so that, excuse me, the root of libraries, you can only search your libraries. But let's click into miscellaneous, and now I want to search for water bottle, because say you don't have one, bottle, do something like that. Click right here, and now you can search Adobe Stock. So you could just have this set up like so. It will search Adobe Stock, and then I can use these as a reference. Okay, so if I decide I want to do something that's going to be forest related, we could type in forest, and we have all those references. Okay, cool, cool. Let's move on, folks. Let's go ahead and lock this down. Command 2 will lock it down. You can always create a new layer. How would you guys make this bottle, huh? Carol, what's up? Wade's in the house, everybody. Good to see ya. All right, let's grab a rectangle. I'm going to show you how I'd break this down and just like knock out this shape really fast. I would use a rectangle. Boom. Do one there. Do another one right up here. There would probably be a third as well. That would be like maybe a little bit larger, just a touch. And then a fourth, like that. So I'm just using basic shapes. I'll align them. Bam, there they are. We'll align them all. Okay, now let's go ahead and start joining these together, okay? Let's do that now. Let's take these first two. I will use, right over here, the shape builder. Umacorn, how you doing? Amy Braswell, welcome, my friends. Today is technically, we are off today, but you know what? That's not going to keep us from live streaming. So click and drag, by the way. So right in here, I use the shape builder, and I can click and drag and connect these three shapes. Bam. Better way to show this off is to flip this. Okay, so let's flip it. Bam. These shapes, there we are. Shape builder, da-da-da. Now they're all connected, okay? In this case, I want to round these corners. So yeah, select, hold down the shift key, select this other one, curve it in kind of like that, okay? You could also select these two and curve them out. Actually, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Okay, so this is what you'll run into. Sometimes you'll have 2 points, one on top of the other, and you can't really like round them. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to undo this. These are all just 2 separate shapes, and I'm first going to round these two. So I'm going to round this corner and this one, like that, right? So it cuts in like that. That's what I want. Right, so I'm very aware of what shape is going to be made as I start to connect these. Now I have something that I can work with a little bit better. I'll select these 2 points and then I'll curve them out like that because I wanted the curve of this line right here. That's all. Yeah, you could do one side and reflect, Samantha. Good call. I'm into it. Totally works. Let's round this. Again, nice and a little bit more shallow than the top part. You guys get the idea. And then I can play with this shape up at the top. How you guys doing? Is it freezing where you are, huh? It is cold here in Denver. But that's okay. The nice thing about using a rectangle and curving those corners is, you know, I only have 4 points that I'm dealing with rather than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points would typically make this shape. But anyways, let's move this up, make it a little larger. There you go. There we go. We have our water bottle. Let's turn off the background. Okay, so Cindy, just so you know, the reason you can't find Adobe Stock is you have to click inside of a library. So make sure you're in a library that you already have. And then up here, it's going to be this drop down. And now you can search Adobe Stock. Okay. Snowing all day in Hamilton, Ontario. Oh, man, that's awesome. I was just chatting with my friend up there and in Ontario as well today. Same thing, Shape Builder, connect those shapes. I usually use Shape Builder anytime I want to connect shapes and then round those joining corners right here, okay? So again, round those and you guys get the idea. Here's our lovely water bottle that we could then fill with water. All right, let's grab our text. And let's get rid of this water as well, okay? As we can see, here's our wonderful water bottle. We'll move that off to the side, right? And we can play with color all day long as well. Yeah, the next question is whether this is black or not. Do I stick with that black color, or we just go with a little bit of blue? And the goal is to kind of make this look as simple and as much like sort of like a water bottle as we can. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Found it in libraries. Carol has all the warmth. She's basically hogging the warmth, from what I understand. It is too warm where she is at. So this one, I was actually thinking of doing something like this. This is what I was thinking with this one. Take this. So again, I said, what is plastic? I think of a plastic water bottle. Let's make this all caps. And we want this to be like the last water bottle, shall we? A lot of times when you're making a poster, you need to center it, right? So oftentimes you go up here and you'll try to center it, and maybe you'll have multiple things selected. Right, but right up here at the top, wherever your alignment tools are, we can click right down here. We don't want to necessarily align to selection. We want to align to artboard, and then it's just going to keep it set to that at all times. So now when we hit center, it's aligned to the artboard and puts it right in the center. I was thinking of doing this. Putting that like this. This is like the last water bottle. Is this going to be a successful design? I don't know, guys. Right? I don't know. Is it? Is it horrible? Does it need help? Yeah, desperately. It desperately needs help, folks. Anyways, so there you go. There you have like plastic less. Yeah. This doesn't even look like a water bottle to you, right? I don't even know. I don't know if I like it. I don't really, it's not working. This is a case where I'd walk away. I would probably ask you guys, hey, does this work? What does it need? You know, and what should we do to fix it, right? And that's what I'm doing. It's like, guys, how do I fix this? I'm trying to say, hey, you know what? Make this the last water bottle. Okay, there it is. We're done with this design, okay? Space Kitten's like, yeah, it looks good. You're just placating me, right? That's all we're gonna get out of this one, okay? But hey, it's not bad. We did 3 within 30 minutes, just like I promised. Some are more successful than others, as we can see. Design 3, there we are. Design 2, do more with less. And then believe in good. I almost read that as believe in God, because you're used to seeing the phrase believe in God probably more than you're used to seeing believe in good. But I'm kind of into this one. The next thing I would do with a lot of these is I would play with sort of black and white and colors and different things like that. That cap does look like a little beanie hat. The cap is really distracting, and that's the big problem with this. This cap is just... You're right. This cap is horrible. I can go in and fix that, right? I better be able to, right? Sharpen it. Shrink this up a little, right? Maybe this is all just a little bit too much. Maybe it needs to be a little smaller. Something like that. Okay. Okay. I'm not crazy about it. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. I wanted to play with color and other things, right? So we can come in here. We can play with colors in here. We can throw a background back there. And I don't want to ever add color just for color's sake. It's always to emphasize a point. Ooh. Space Kitten just nailed it. Oh, you're brilliant. Believe the good? Sure, something like that. All right. Let me do one more thing in here since I have time, right? Let's create some color bars. Do more with less. Let's grab some color bars. Let's have one here. Let's change this color, right? Do more with less. So it's going to be kind of heavy and then lighter, something like that. So again, these are all tips that you've used before. I'll probably flip these two. Let's do that. Let's try this. Take these two. Blend tool. Bam. Bam. There you are. Double clicking. Let's make this, say, bands of 5. Hit the tab. Oh, shoot. I hate it when this happens. So this happens sometimes because it depends on how you click on those points. So let's undo that. Right? We'll click here. We'll click here. Click here. Why did it not do it the first time? All right, let's just click on the center because we know we're going to get it squared away that way. I usually do corner to corner, and you just have to make sure you hit, say, lower right, upper left. Just be consistent there. There we go. There we go. Just some simple bands, and then we'll change the color as well. And make sure each one of these rests on a line. That would be the goal. You get the idea. I would like it if it's much smaller, though. All right, cool. Sure, that works for me. I'm going to go ahead and export this out. Feel free to post to Discord. I also want to reveal all the designs that we've created. So we'll export this artboard to desktop. There it is. That one's done. All right, did I do it? And let's go ahead and save this. Saving this, jumping out to all of our designs. Should be right in here. Sure enough. There they are. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to show off everything that we did. This one I need to work on some more, but you guys get the idea. Just a way of manipulating text. I think it's sometimes we like to be clever. I was trying to be clever, but I'm also trying to get a point across as the goal. But I think there's a lot of fun things in here, just so you know, that could really push you. Everything from geometric design to blur and grain to minimalist design. And then we got into some fun visuals, as you can see, whether it's creating trippy artwork, characters. You guys get the idea. They're all in here. So yeah, I think we did quite a bit, right? We had fun with text. Let me know your favorite. I seem to like this one, and I also like what we were doing here as well. So, all right, everybody, that's it for me. Wow, thank you, Steve, and Angela, and Wade, and Carol, and Keith, and everyone. Yeah, Garrett, great. Last one could be like liquid sinking. I love that. When it comes into, when you get into these like sort of socially conscious design, you're going to spend more time like chewing on the end of a pencil than you are going to be actually designing. So it's less pushing pixels and more just sitting there and thinking about stuff. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys appreciated this. We were just tackling design trends, of course. Yeah, that's it. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on my day off. I'll let you guys go. Thanks so much for watching. And stick around. We got more later. We got Howard up this afternoon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.